Hi you guys, it's Hoop Mother here again. Thanks for checking back in. So I did try to start a video before talking about size, and again the question is asked all the time. Does size matter? Well, yes, it does. And I don't really know what everybody thinks I'm talking about, but of course I'm talking about hula hoops, right? That's what I'm surrounded by, and beautiful plants. Another gorgeous day. Anyway, so before I get started, I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody who's been giving me so much love and support over the last few days. I'm so grateful and I appreciate everything. Especially to one lady who I just adore. It was just her birthday, Sue Vickery. And this woman is just my mentor and inspiration. She gives me so much, I can't even begin to describe this woman. And you can find a lot about her and what she's doing at My Power of One. If you just Google that and Sue Vickery, you'll find all kinds of incredible things. She's the mastermind behind a lot, including these great shirts that she puts out. This is one of my favorites, and I thought it'd be great to wear tonight because I think it's important to remind everybody to just keep believing. We will get through this, of course, together and also apart, which is part of why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, is to kind of bring us all together through my special way, I guess. This is also one of my favorite shirts because it's signed by my beautiful niece, Ava. I don't know if you see it, but thank you, Ava. Oh, and you can see that. One. We're all one. So anyway, size of hoops. Yes, it is important. As we get older and lose core strength, the smaller hoops that we get at the toy store don't quite cut it. So I hear people all the time say, oh, I used to be able to do that as a kid, but I can't do it anymore. And I say, well, try one of my hoops. And then they pick one up and they're like, oh my goodness. So I make them out of a very durable PVC tubing. And I'm not going to go quite into the whole weighted hoop thing. I don't recommend those for a lot of reasons, but that's for another time. I really just want to go into size of hoop and what you want to look for when you're purchasing one. And so basically they are, pretty big. And these are actually some of my smaller ones. Now this one comes up to my breastbone, and I use a smaller one because I'm only 5'2", but like if you're taller, this might work really well for you. So you really want your hoop to come up to your belly button. Oops, this is coming apart. So I will be doing a tutorial on making hula hoops, and this is one that isn't quite made all the way. I have not wrapped it yet, but you basically see a little bit of the process. So that's one that's not quite made yet, but this would be one that would be a good size for me because it comes up to about my belly button. Now, if you're a beginner, sometimes you want an even larger one. So this is the big Mama Jama. And people look at it and they're like, oh my gosh, it's huge! But it actually, sometimes the bigger the hoop, the better in the beginning, because you want it to really stick to your body and gain momentum. So it's crazy. This one's a big one. I don't want to mess up any of these gorgeous plants, but there you go. It seems like I have a delay, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully the sound is still good and it's all working. This is all a learning curve for me, you guys. I never thought I'd be doing this. So anyway, so these are the size of the hoops. I make them in various sizes. I use different tubing, different thicknesses, sometimes 3/4 inch, sometimes inch. Everybody has a different preference as to what they want, especially in the beginning when they are first learning. I'm going back to my COVID bud. So anyway, this one's a pretty thin one, and of course, didn't come out quite great. So, it is a process making these things, And again, I'll go through it all in my tutorial. But I call this my COVID hoop because it's a teardrop. And this does happen sometimes if you don't have the right coupling, or it just happens. It's like tubing. I buy tubing in 100 feet coil, and I cut it to size, and the way it's been shipped, sometimes it just doesn't do its thing. Like there's kinks and whatnot. So it's not the easiest thing. Making hula hoops. Let me tell you. So I don't make a lot of money making them. There's a lot of tape involved, the tubing, all that stuff. But I do love making them and sharing them with other people. So I'll be talking again, over and over again about this subject. And also you can always find me at Facebook at Holistic Hoop Fitness Plus. And keep checking back here, and I'll be talking more about all of this stuff. So even if it's not a total hoop, it still works. All right, you guys, have a hoopy Friday. Woo! Peace, y'all. Keep believing.